the stream on. What?
When you see a pair of D20 that you know you have no business needing to own.
But you still want them.
Fucking want them, bro.
Oh, those are so
they're
cool.
so good looking, dude.
Nice. Our capture sounds good too. And I think I'll just continue playing the save that I've been working on because I don't know. I don't feel like starting a whole new save. I'm gonna be honest. I just don't feel like starting a whole New Vegas save. However, this is the first stream I'm doing on my laptop. This is crazy. Honey, say hi to stream.
Hello, stream.
Now we actually have to see how bad this makes us lag out. Not terrible. Real quick, I'm gonna adjust my volume so I can actually hear the game.
Russia had.
Alrighty, we are unmuted. cool, and now I can hear the game audio. Now the question is if we'll actually be able to play this for a prolonged period of time without my computer wanting to commit super slide.
Yeah, see how it goes.
Yep. Tis the hope. So you're already on the DLC. You started with Honest Hearts. You're playing on the Xbox, though.
Yep.
I swear I have this game on about every system that you probably can own it on, but that's just because I like it that much. Also, I did kind of start the stream a little bit earlier than usual, by like 10 minutes, just because I wanted to test this stuff first. Well, G-Rex.
All right, then.
Welcome back to the Mr. New Vegas show. The show with, in my opinion, which I respect, the best looking audience around. Somebody prove me wrong? Yes, just about time to get you some news. The Helios 1 solar
Goodness, I
power
forgot
plant
all of my
remains
hotkeys.
dormant despite NCR's
I
effort to
actually played this with a
reactivate the
keyboard
facility.
in forever.
The chief scientist is the plant dog to fix the
Hold the
problem.
key.
Blame me
Hold the
on an
keys.
atmosphere
Yeah,
of
I might
severe
actually switch from my mouse to
under
my
radiation.
gamepad to do this.
The death toll continues to climb around Camp Forlorn Hope, where Legion raiding parties are still chipping away at the NCR's hold south of the dam. The news has been brought to you by the Vicky and Vance Casino. Vicky and Vance, we are partners in crime. Ladies and gentlemen, this next song goes out from me to you. What's up?
Forgot that I got most of the companions on this save. I don't actually know who, if anybody, I'm missing. Because there's Lily, Eddie, Cass, Boone, a Chandelier, Veronica, who is currently following me. I'm not actually a fan of Veronica that much. She's probably one of my least favored companions. And not for any particular reason. I just don't care for her. I just don't care for this one.
This one is not so much good for.
Yes. It's not like a strawberry milk feeling. Where I don't like
bro,
her
you
that.
need to leave my strawberry milk alone, alright? We're gonna do this on stream. We're gonna be sitting here arguing, don't you?
I'm not saying anything bad about strawberry milk. I just don't like
You
it.
ain't. Alright? There ain't gonna be no more strawberry milk slander. Ever.
You're like, how dare?
I'll come at your chocolate.
That's because
Alright.
chocolate milk is the best. There's nothing to come at.
Mm-hmm. That's the big one.
Uh-huh.
You're just a chocolate monster.
Maybe.
Certified, has papers and all. Comes with a warning. Will consume all or any chocolate within the vicinity.
Yes. Alright, hold on.
Excluding Reese's Pieces.
Yeah, because Reese's Pieces are mostly peanut butter.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm switching from mouse to gamepad. So bear with me, guys. I hope I don't have to reload to do this. That would kind of suck. Hoping it's just gonna be plug and play. Come on, controller. Ah, yes. I forgot that I mapped it to Switch. Because I use a Switch controller for a gamepad. Here we are! That's way more comfortable. Yes.
That chip of yours? I wouldn't wager it on blackjack.
It's not for
Unless
blackjack.
the dealer has a 5 or 6 showing. My favorite subject.
What are your goals?
I want a dress.
A dress?
Yeah, a good one. Something elegant and classy, you know? But still stylish. Something that's eye-catching and sexy, but also says, don't fuck with me. I keep hoping I'll come across some old-world designer gown when I'm scavenging, but it never happens. Maybe I should move back to California.
That would be where old world designer gowns probably are, not gonna lie. I mean, we are kind of out in Nevada. That's your goal? You want a nice dress?
Hey, you try getting a date wearing scribe robes. Might as well be wearing sweatpants. I just like them, you know? They make you feel like a woman. Those ladies before the war, they knew what they were doing.
Tell me something else.
Can I make it up?
Who was Father Elijah to you?
I would say he was my tutor, but that doesn't cover it. After my parents passed, he looked after me. The whole brotherhood brought me up, really, but he made sure of it. I never had a grandfather, not that I knew anyway. But Elijah was in some ways what I'd imagine a grandfather to be.
Did you follow him from California?
It was by his request, actually. He cleared it with the other elders. Somehow. They sent him to look into the dam. There was a time when I had begged to follow, watch him at work.
What changed?
He did. For years he fought with the council, taught me to question our direction. Meanwhile, he'd become more out of touch than all of them. On our way east, he demanded we stop at Helios 1 to examine it. While we were there, we received word that the NCR had taken the dam. He was furious. Called it children playing with a bomb. But he was mad because we lost his power. What we'd use it for. He didn't even care.
How is that different from how any other elder would have reacted?
They're cautious. When they discover something, they respect it, learn its limits, consider how to preserve it. Used to drive Father Elijah crazy. He liked to learn limits too, but only so he could push them. That's not to excuse the other elders, though. They all covet technology for its own sake. Some are just more fanatical than others.
Did you ever try to talk sense into him?
Yeah, I did. I couldn't help him. He just didn't listen. And the idea that people talk back to him. If he could have made the Brotherhood act like machines, ordering them around with the push of a button, he would have.
What did you learn from him?
Elijah could look at an old device and immediately understand what made it work. And he could see its potential, where it fit with other technology. It's not something he could teach, but he tried with me. Some of it stuck. But that's what he taught me. You asked what I learned from him.
How is that different? What did you learn?
I learned what I don't want to become. In the end, it was just him and his vision. Nothing and no one else. Just my parents, but they haven't been around for a long time. Dad was a paladin, Mom was a scribe. They died in the same battle, trying to hold off the NCR from something. I don't remember what it was. Guess it seemed important at the time.
To be honest, that's just how the Brotherhood thinks of all engagements. They think that all of their engagements are relatively important. But that's because they are known for hoarding space-age technology, and usually the space-age technology that's left is one of two things, dangerous or innocuous.
That's the thing is, like, I don't even think the Brotherhood's like trying to preserve like the American way.
No, they're not. That's
They're
absolutely
just
never been.
technology, preventing people from using the technology, like nuclear devices, you know.
Yeah, they hoard technology because they don't trust people to be able to use it.
They are essentially what the world should have, which is nuclear police. And that's what I've always gotten from it. Like, I don't think that they want, like, all technology for that reason. I think they want people to. I think they want the fallout to never happen again, period.
And that's understandable.
And they take extreme action to make sure that doesn't happen. So.
Right. And I don't necessarily know. I don't think
I won't sit here and condone them.
Yeah.
But I won't, like, shit on them completely either. But I feel like, just like how America and the rest of the world does, I feel like they take, they use extreme measures sometimes.
Yeah.
To meet ends.
I think that the Enclave is the one that's closer to being,
they're
like,
way more
hyper-Americanized.
Yeah.
Like, extremely patriotic.
I actually need to brush up on, like, the difference between the Enclave and...
The Enclave, or...
I'd rather watch a video.
Well, yeah, but I mean, we're streaming anyway, so I may as well just talk about it.
Oh, yeah,
so.
I guess that's true.
The Enclave, to my knowledge, granted, I have not completed Fallout 1 and 2. I've played parts of them, but I have not ever completed them. That's another thing I could do on stream, I suppose, since that now OBS works.
And, like, let's be real, if you're looking at it from the Fallout 1 perspective,
yeah,
the first thing that you see of the Brotherhood is them doming some dude out in the street.
And then going, we annexed Canada!
Right. Which instantly gives you, like, what the fuck vibes.
Yeah,
so,
Interplay did not pull punches about shit like that. They really popped off, and I think that that's what made Fallout work as a series initially, is that hypercriticism of extreme patriotism.
Oh yeah, it definitely played a part.
I was, once. We were pretty young, but I like to think it was love. She left the Brotherhood. Wanted to put some distance between herself and her parents. Since our membership isn't open to outsiders, some members think that obligates all of us to procreate. You can guess which camp her parents belong to. No. Couldn't bring myself to leave everyone else behind. Couldn't convince her to stay, either. I'd hoped love would be enough to influence her decision, but it wasn't. We were both too stubborn. I don't know where she is now, but I'm sure she's moved on. I still think about her, though. Once in a while.
We'll be DMCA for the music that's in this game, right?
I hope not. I mean, it's a vibe. It's just Vegas radio. It would be shitty. It means that I would be taking my first copyright strike and then never streaming New Vegas again.
So.
Yeah, that's what happens if I get DMCA'd for this friggin' radio going on in the background.
Couldn't you, like, counter it being with, like, its in-game music?
I believe, yes. I think that is something that I can do. No. Mm-mm.
Nice. Can I order room service?
No, we don't have room service here. So, mostly my gripes with Veronica come from the fact that, like, in order to complete her storyline and understand exactly where she's coming from as a person, you kind of need the DLC, because her story and that of her ex-girlfriend is very much intimately tied in with dead money. Which I have never actually sat through and played the entirety of, but that would also be something to do. I think that I might have been gearing up to go do... What's it called? might have been going to go do Honest Hearts, honestly. I don't know, actually. Here we go. Yeah, I haven't done any of the DLC yet.
Gentlemen, this is Mr. New Vegas.
Cool.
Thank you very, very much for listening.
So,
News for you. Unconfirmed reports say NCR's General Lee Oliver may have uprooted from his post at Camp McCarran in order to be present at Hoover Dam. NCR sources say that holding the dam against Caesar's Legion has been...
there we go. I'm just throwing on the mysterious broadcast so that I can think clearly. Pulls a gun out on the today's physician because I cannot fucking remember my hotkeys again. If I were going to do the DLC in order of what came out first, it would technically be Dead Money, and then Honest Hearts, Old World Blues, and Lonesome Road. Hold on. Yeah, I don't really have much in... Wow, I bumped my survival a bunch. I didn't even realize. It's been a long minute since I've actually taken a look at this character. You know, this isn't bad. This is not great for Dead Money because I feel like I need melee or unarmed.
Honestly, if you get up to level 13 and then you do Honest Hearts...
I'm 27.
You're already level 27?
Yep, on this character.
Oh, okay, never mind. I was gonna say, because I'm already hitting like level 22, 23.
Yeah, since
I'm already like way... Like, I've already started buffing melee. So you're looking good for me.
Very good. Yeah, I was thinking what I'll probably do is what I normally do and do Honest Hearts first.
Yeah.
And then...
Well, I was just saying, like, I didn't know if you're starting up with a new character. I was saying that if you do the level 13 to Honest Hearts, and then so on and so forth, especially if you do Old World Blues after Honest Hearts, you'll have more than enough levels and time to put into unarmed or melee.
For Dead Money.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm not even going to buff sneak, I'm straight up going in melee.
That's
I'm not
understandable.
going to sneak. I don't give a shit.
I think you get a fair amount of melee weapons.
Is there any explosives?
Maybe.
If
I
there's
know for a fact that the radios in that, if you get too close to the radio thingies... Hold on, this guy is...
Being a button?
Yeah.
Being what we call the chungus?
Yes. We're just gonna use that. I can't aim for shit with this controller. It's like, come on, Securitrons. Help me out here. Just gonna stand there while I get beat up? Hey, a sheriff's hat! Yoink.
Y'all just gonna watch me take this ass whooping?
Yeah, no shit. They're gonna stand 2 feet from me and watch me get punched by this guy.
The robots just start yelling at each other. Oh my god, he's whooping her ass! Somebody stop all the humanity! His friend just looks on, don't you mean, oh, the road-manity?
So yeah, I think what I will do is I'll probably go start Honest Hearts. After that, probably I'll do Old World Blues, and then you're right, by the time that I'm done with those, I should cop enough levels to have the unarmed for Dead Money before Lonesome Road.
Sorry, I couldn't tell apart.
What's up?
My throat was scratching.
Oh. You're good.
See, I'm only going with the experience based off of going from level 13 to Honest Hearts and outward.
Yeah.
So, I mean, hopefully you get enough level ups to...
I'm pretty sure that I
know what
should.
you're thinking.
Yeah.
Because next level up, I'm trying to take the cowboy perk, so that way I'm good with, like, super good with, like, lever actions, dynamite,
The...
revolvers.
Yeah. Things
like
like that.
Oh, I need to go grab pop. Jesus Christ, my.
What is that Mountain Dew
That's
flavor
okay.
that you grabbed
Oh,
today?
it's like a raspberry lemonade. Super good.
Interesting.
I'll grab it. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
David?
Hmm?
Is that okay?
Oh, thank you.
Yep, raspberry lemonade. It's actually really good. In my opinion, at least.
Well, we shall see. Pretty sure I won't be needing that.
I think I forgot to investigate this cave. This might be where one of my survival caches I've found is.
Ah,
Because I remember discovering it, but then I like went off and did other shit,
right.
which is always a no-no.
Yeah,
If you discover something, you might as well just go inside and clear that bitch out first.
otherwise you're never coming back.
Yep.
And
As
the
far
thing
as you
about
know.
yeah, the thing about Honest Hearts especially is that it very much emphasizes that you do it now or you do it never because you're not coming back to Zion.
It's just one of them gigs.
Yeah, like with Old World Blues, you can go back to the Big Empty whenever you want.
Which I think is cool.
It is awesome, especially because it's another
also
player
has the
base.
coolest fucking base ever.
Yeah.
Literally, it is the coolest player owned.
Yes.
I think. May I even go out on a limb and say possibly ever in a Fallout game?
For like in-game included player homes, absolutely. That
Oh,
is
I love
probably my favorite part of that game.
Yeah.
Or of this game.
DLC, right. When it comes to like in-house, like in-game houses,
Uh-huh.
I don't know how much I can speak on.
Yeah.
Because honestly, all I really know is Lucky 38, that's it. I think Victor's house in the one place counts as a player home too, but
I
don't
have
know.
never heard that, but
I think I heard that in a video somewhere, so I mean, it doesn't hold too much water.
Right, and just because a
Sounds
location is marked that way doesn't necessarily mean it is usable that way, and vice
Right.
versa. Just because it's unmarked doesn't mean it's not usable in that
So
fashion.
I think, alright, so here's, I think I just might have remembered
Okay.
what I heard. Is that it doesn't count as a player home,
Mm-hmm.
but you can store stuff there like a player home.
Ah.
As far as I can remember from what the video told me.
Okay. Yeah, Oblivion made me paranoid about containers, I'm not gonna lie, because
I
they're
remember you telling me about this story, but go ahead and tell chat.
Yeah, so I played a lot of Oblivion growing up. That game came out when I was fairly young. I was like between 10 and 13, somewhere around there. Possibly even younger when Oblivion came out, but when we had it, and when I played it, I was about between 10 and 13. But my dad told me, he was like, look, if you're gonna drop items anywhere, so you should probably drop them on like a roof with levitate or on the floor of a major location that doesn't reset regularly. Because there are containers in those games that reset themselves. And so every time you leave and come back, it'll be a random set of items inside of that container. Now tell me what happens if you put items into that container like that, and then you come back, your shit's gone.
Yes. Effectively zapped.
Yeah, I don't think that I did this with like any legendary weapons or anything, but Lord knows I would have been extremely mad if I had. I don't remember this building. I think I have a couple of mods activated. Horowitz Farmstead. I think I have a couple of mods on, mostly being like some restored content and some graphical upgrades. Look at that texture. That's a nice texture. things like that. I haven't added any overhauls or things like that. I do not have that new overhaul mod that they just came out with for New Vegas. That's like, whoops, that's my Pip-Boy light.
Ooh, what's that like? I've never heard of this.
So yeah, I can actually talk about this a little bit for a hot second while I'm looking at my Pip-Boy and getting lost. Oh, I'm going the right way. So basically, I can't remember exactly what it's called, but it's a complete overhaul of New Vegas that basically makes it not New Vegas anymore, or adds a post game or something. And it's like, I went to go download it one day, and I think it's called New Frontier or something like that. Or Frontier, or the Frontier mod. I can't remember exactly. But I went to download it, and it's like 14 gigs of space I don't have just for that mod.
Jesus.
Yeah,
It's a lot
so
of content.
that is a
Well,
lot.
for this game, I'd say it's a lot of content. I
Considering-
can't even remember how many
I can tell you right now, because I was
gigs
just
this
looking.
game takes up, to be honest. Well, I think we'll... So, I guess that's more of a question for, like, a PC gaming aspect, because I'm a console gamer, and before PS4 and the new Xbox, you didn't have to, like, install a game on your system. You could.
Or if you did, it was really just your save data getting downloaded to your system. You could,
Well,
it's,
I think you could also install a game on your system, but that's just
Yeah,
so that all it needed was for the game just to be recognized in your game,
Yeah.
and then the game would play it essentially.
yeah, I have had
Which
that happen.
I don't know. It's like I don't know what the fucking point of that ever was, considering you still needed the disc in your system.
That's a good question.
Like, what exactly was the point of that, except for like just wasting storage? I mean, I guess it makes the game run smoother.
I think
maybe?
I think that it was
I don't
a
know.
way for games to, before the processors were very good in consoles or as good as they are now. I think it was a way for them to get around having so many loading screens without you having to have like all that data immediately on the disc.
Right.
Get downloaded every time.
I don't know. I kind of think I always thought it was cool. Already. Chat, if I'm dumb, let me know in the comments after. Please, I'd love to know.
I don't think you're dumb.
Well, no, I'm just saying, like, if they have any other insights.
Yeah, I mean, if they have anything to say.
feel free to call me out.
I personally, if I recall correctly, remember loading screens being implemented in video games as a thing to, like, this is what we're showing the player while the game is rendering behind the screen. So if you think of it like a curtain, then they're setting the stage of the game behind that loading screen while it's loading, and that's what's like loading is the game rendering behind the screen.
Right.
So I imagine that the reason that you pre-downloaded those kinds of games back in like the 360 PS3 era, because I still have games that do that. New Vegas is one
Right,
of
it
them
just
on the
wasn't a
360.
mandatory thing like it is nowadays.
Right. But I think that, like I had said, it was a way to cut down on loading screens.
Yeah.
And now I could also be wrong, chat. Let me know if I'm wrong and dumb. But that's just my understanding of, why we have loading screens and why we have pre-downloadable games, etc., etc.
Howdy, friend. Heard my little broadcast, did you?
Not once.
You look the type. Wait a minute.
I listened to
recognize
Mr. New Vegas, that's it.
Yeah. You're Alice McLafferty's rising star, ain't you? You sure you want to be here? McLafferty's non-competes are pretty rigid.
So you can ask him to play some Caravan if you have a Caravan deck. I don't personally gamble in these games. Even though I know for a fact it is the best way to get money, and one of the only ways that you can get the money, or not money, where you can get the achievement for getting kicked out of all of the casinos on the strip. And I think that's also how you get the achievement for having the max amount of money in the game. I think that's a Steam achievement, if I recall correctly. I don't remember if it's part of the...
That's a game achievement.
I think it might be. I don't know if it's across all versions of New Vegas, but I am pretty sure that that's just the way you get it.
Back to the law, you remind me to start collecting
Caravan. I think you can actually, the majority of where you get them is either randomly through Radiant merchants, and a lot of merchants on the strip will also have them, especially inside of the casinos. But I think you can get a hold of a full-size deck at the casino, or you don't need to bring your own to the casino because it's a casino. I wouldn't quote me on this because, like I said, I don't play New Vegas for the casinos, which is funny because it's Vegas, and you think you go to Vegas and it's for the casinos. It's apparently not me.
Usually.
Yeah, not me. Now, the drugs and prostitutes, however,
Well, that's a different story. Now,
that's a
isn't it?
different story. We don't do the gambling, but the drugs and
Kids,
prostitutes.
cover your ears.
I'm joking. But really, you could do that. Unfortunately for my New Vegas characters, I usually end up doing copious amounts of drugs anyways, just because I put myself in situations where I need an absurd amount of Psycho, Med-X, and or Jet to survive.
I usually like to make my character an alcoholic simply for the extra carry weight. Clearly.
This is an interesting pop. I've never had anything quite like this. It is not bad.
Some gent at work saved one for me.
Really? That's nice of him.
Not really. There was no gentleman. There was just one left for me.
Oh.
But it was cool.
Oh, I see.
There was one left.
Cool.
What the fuck was it? Oh, goddamn bear trap.
You gotta watch out for them bear traps. I mean, especially in Zion, where there's a bunch of Yaogwai. You know, a place where it actually has bears?
Well,
I think it's funny that a place that actually has bears also contains bear traps, but yet they set the bear traps not for the bears, but for the white leg tribals.
really one of the funniest parts in one of my favorite horror movies ever
Yeah.
from People Under the Stairs is where he like peeks his head in a room and the kid that snuck into the house who first dressed up as a Boy Scout to like keep the house
Mm-hmm.
hits him I think over the head with with like the back end of the toilet, you know, like the top lid part.
Oh, ouch.
Hits him with that, right? And the mom just kind of like looks at him as he like gazes out of the doorway, and she's like, "What hit you?" And he's like, "This is a goddamn bear trooper." Fucking kills me every time. Great
Instead of
movie
a
if you
Cub
guys-
Scout.
Yeah, guys, really good movie if you guys have never seen it. Probably definitely not a movie for small children. But,
Yeah. More than a few of our film recommendations are not going to be for kids. If I had to give my top 3 kids movie recommendations right now, it would probably be Disney's Hercules. And then from that point is any of the Pokemon movies.
I could sit here for hours talking about movies, so I'm probably not going to do that.
It's
But,
true.
Just know that I'm a crazed horror and ghost film addict.
Yes. Most of what we do in our free time, if it's not playing video games together, is usually watching movies or TV together. But mostly movies or YouTube. I honestly have not had cable television since I was like 9 years old. And from that point is when I had pretty much exclusively switched to watching YouTube instead of TV, which was part of the reason my parents were like, we don't need cable, we just need internet. She doesn't watch TV anymore. Oh my god. So, you know, it's just trading one addiction for another.
That happens.
Exactly. That said, there are a couple shows from the television era that I miss having watched, like the classic Teen Titans. That was on TV when I watched TV. I watched the Pokemon anime from the very beginning all the way up to like Diamond and Pearl for the anime. I've played the games consistently throughout my entire life, and that's another thing that I would be super stoked to stream for you guys is Pokemon. I can't wait to get a capture card to be able to play Arceus on stream, because that's something that I can sink several hours into without even thinking about it.
Dude, I just discovered that I need 2 more of these survival caches,
Really?
and I'm a little bit sad.
Oh, yeah, there are quite a few of those. I've not even found all of them. If you have to look up where it is, I don't blame
I
you.
might have to.
Yeah.
Well, it ain't good, I'll tell you that.
We're just
It's not
asking him
like
about
the
what
Mojave or
Utah's
the
looking like.
NCR. Hell, even Arizona under Caesar is safe.
Something like Utah.
You've got raiders all over the damn place.
Full of
Tribes
raiders?
of
He's like,
degenerates
honestly,
all
not a whole lot has
over.
changed.
It's
Kind of,
Utah.
it's
Not
pretty
too many
still
decent
pre-war.
places to stop and think. New Canaan's one of the only ones left I know about.
And that's sad, because I think that if I recall correctly, New Canaan no longer exists.
Yeah, it's gone.
Yeah, I think the Legion wiped that off the map a hot minute
It's
ago.
fucking gone, man. Alright? It's not there anymore.
Yeah. Tell me about the Raiders.
They're about what you'd expect. Crazy, jacked up on chems, violent as hell, and not too bright.
Well,
The worst of the
Jesus
80s.
Christ.
But we won't be passing through their
Understandable.
turf
Have a
on
nice
this
day. Degenerate tribes.
road. That's right. The folks that lived in Zion before the war, they didn't just get a little savage. They're downright feral. Most of them don't even speak English anymore. You got to get yourself a new Canaanite translator to talk to. The ones you really gotta watch out for are the whitelegs from the Great Salt Lake. They'll attack just about anyone that ain't one of theirs. Dangerous enough we won't be going near them if we can help it. I got no desire for my head to decorate some little gas station for its walls, thanks.
Well, you see.
True. The job is simple. Help us get this caravan into Zion and find New Canaan. The pay is 25 caps per day. Half up front, half on return. You'll get a bonus if we make it into Zion. Plus another bonus if we reach New Canaan. Oh, one more thing. Don't mention the name Joshua Graham to anyone. Anyone.
Spooky. Who's Joshua Graham, and why shouldn't I talk about him? Let's talk about it.
Just don't. It makes the new Canaanites powerful uncomfortable, and it scares the britches off the tribals. Don't talk about the burn man either while you're at it. Trust me on this one. It's for your own good.
Tell me about the Happy Trails Caravan Company.
We're a smaller company out of Sacktown, up in the northern part of the NCR. Run some business through New Reno. They're on the little loop. Had a nice run to Salt Lake City too, but then we lost contact with New Canaan, and that went all to hell.
Sounds like Happy Trails isn't in the best financial shape.
You ain't wrong. Losing the Salt Lake City run really stung us. If we can't re-establish contact with this run, we'll be in real trouble.
And why can't you get to Salt Lake City?
Without New Canaan's mission in Zion, the only ways to Salt Lake City are down the old I-80 or up through Ogden. The highway is too risky. NCR's rangers are so busy here in the Mojave, they don't have the manpower to keep the raiders off. Ogden's just too far. We'd lose more in travel expenses than we'd ever earn.
Now, the funny thing about that is that if you side with the NCR, you can basically request help inside of the Mojave at any time from any squad, wherever. There are several NPCs that you can go up to and be like, hey, can I borrow a couple homies? And to which they will say, sure, Courier 6, you know, hero of the Mojave that we love so much, who has done so much for us. They've never said that, by the way. I
No,
honestly...
but they thought it.
You hope. I would say that... I would argue the NCR is one of the least appreciative factions to have you, and that was part of the reason I prefer independent.
Oh, they love us.
Meh.
We're that sexy.
I mean, even winning them the Battle of Hoover Dam does not earn you citizenship as an NCR citizen, and that's pretty fucked up. Yeah, because it's like you do all that for them, and like I was saying, you can go up to any squadron and request assistance, and they even give you a radio at like I think accepted level of um reputation. But then they go around saying we don't have the manpower. We can't protect this area or this stretch of road or offer any help to reconstruct settlements or help people or, things like that. They go out of their way to, during the misunderstanding with the kings, which I don't know if you could tell on this save, I've already done all that stuff. I'm level 27. I'm, like, ready to do the DLC. I had been mostly pursuing the main story quest and a couple of side quests, but I think I was just trying to grind levels so that I would have a decent amount of points to take into the DLC with. And then also you can use the DLC as early as level 10 to start ramping up your levels. I think that you can start Honest Hearts and Dead Money both at like level 10. My play style is not suited to a very fun playthrough of Dead Money, and so when I have attempted to play it in the past, it has not gone well for me. But Jed, what can you tell me about New Canaan?
Don't know much about the place, but I can tell you about the people. The New Canaanites were some kind of religious group from before the war. They controlled the old city of Ogden, a ways north of Zion, and they got themselves a nice defensible mission in the canyon itself. Or they did. They trade a fair bit with the tribes in Zion. Well, the ones that don't try to kill them anyways.
That's fair. Know anything about their religion?
I ain't a praying man myself. They paid for their goods and dealt square with us. That's all I ever cared about. But don't think that just because they're religious, that they're pacifists. They take care of their own. And they're damn fine marksmen, too.
You don't know what happened to their mission?
Nope. It's this caravan. If we don't make contact with the New Canaanites, Happy Trails might as well just shrivel up and die.
Well, funny you should say that. I understand this caravan is headed to...
Do you have the psycho to sell Buddy?
I probably, honestly, if I haven't used it for personal use, probably do have the psycho for Buddy.
You should definitely sell it to Buddy if you can. I just love his, like, escalating bullshit as you sell him more and more.
Yeah.
Oh my god, he gets so fucking funny.
Yeah.
You sell him 10, he's just like, oh yeah, I'm so fucking jacked, bro.
You know what? He's the only person that can potentially survive this encounter by not going through with it at all if you tell him to leave.
But who wants to ruin his fun in doing that?
Well, one way or another, I have a feeling that he would either die of an overdose even if you let him leave, or he would die in this encounter. So I just have a feeling that he would just die. He does not seem like the kind of person that would have a very long life expectancy out in the Mojave. I'm just gonna be honest. Just gonna be straight up there.
Very fair.
Yes.
Well, I ain't never been inside myself. Did some training with the New Canaanites from their mission there, but that was all on the outskirts. All the old ways in and out were destroyed after the war, but we got ourselves the location of a pass the New Canaanites use. That's our way in. That's why I wanted someone with a pit boy on the caravan. The map will be helpful for checking the topography, keeping us on the trail.
Yeah, it's a good thing that you found somebody with at least one working Pip-Boy. Looks at the fucking junkie.
Oh yeah, I forgot his is broken.
Yeah, his is locked on the reset screen, I think, and the dial broke off. Which you find out by talking to him, and we will probably go do that shortly. As in, let me check my inventory. I have 7 psycho. I think I could get away with it.
Hey, little lady.
Oh, yeah, you'll definitely be jacked.
I need 5 more points in psycho. Or not in psycho, but in medicine. You know, I might actually have a physician's today. I think I just picked one up. Yep.
Yeah, what's it this time?
We're gonna totally get him jacked on some soap.
Oh, yeah. Unwarranted hostility and general agitation. How long have you been a psycho addict?
Hey, fuck you! I didn't say nothing about using psycho.
Yeah. You do anything around here besides make women sick?
You wanna know what I do, Toots? Anything I fucking want.
Gross.
I'm one of a kind. I've been places, see, and done things. Lots of them.
Mm-hmm.
And when it's time to kill shit up, hell yeah, I'm a fucking storm of death. Something or someone make the mistake of crossing Ricky,
Here's cringe.
I'll fucking dead
Extreme
eye him,
cringe.
her, or it. In fact, that's my nickname. Dead-Eye Ricky. That's my name.
Uh-huh.
Dead-eye cricky.
Deadeye, huh? How'd you get that name?
How you think? I shoot things in the eye. That's how good I am. Yeah, I'm that good. Why, once I got jumped by 3 death jaws. Except, actually, it was 4 of them.
Death jaws.
Imagine that.
Wow.
But I didn't panic. Because I never panic. What I did was become a storm of death. Shot every one of them monsters pop in the eye.
Mm-hmm. Death jaws, huh? Did you mean to say death claws?
No, you heard me right. Death jaws. They're like death claws, but bigger teeth.
Oh boy.
Or there was the time one of them Steel Brotherhood assholes made the mistake of
Steel
messing with
Brotherhood
me.
assholes.
Last mistake he
Oh.
ever
Oh,
made.
the cringe.
You're saying you killed the Brotherhood of Steel Paladin.
What's it sound like I'm saying? If I was saying what you said I was saying, then yeah, I said it. I was walking along, minding my own, and up pops one of them Brotherhoods. He yells,
One of
"Hand
them
over that
Brotherhoods.
laser rifle, asshole." So I hand it over, just to make him think I'm scared. But really I'm not. I never am.
What did you do?
Before
Kung
he
Fu
knows
kick
what
him in
hit
his
I
nuts?
draw my 11mm machine gun, and bam, bam,
Oh my
right through the eye
God.
slit in his helmet. DOA.
Somebody drag his ass the fuck away.
Guns 45. Too bad there's no such thing as an 11mm machine gun. Or a submachine gun.
There so is. Or was it 9mm? Or 10? I don't know. Don't care. Said I was good at killing shit up. Never said I was good with numbers.
I mean, same, but also cringe?
Very much cringe.
Like, I can't do math either, bud, but also I don't claim to fucking have a gun in a caliber that blatantly does not exist.
Right.
You have any other special skills and abilities?
Well, I grew up near Dayglow out west, so yeah. I grew a third nut that glows in the dark. I'll drop trout for you out on the trail after dark, sis. Let you see what you're working with. Know what I mean?
Black Widow, I'll bring my tweezers and a microscope. Guns 30, great. I'll see what I'm shooting at.
Should definitely do Black Widow.
That's why I always pick that perk. It's just got such funny responses. Yeah, I'll bring my tweezers and a microscope.
Hey, that's... Man, what a bitch. I was just being friendly.
You're being gross. I see you're wearing a Pip-Boy and a vault suit.
Nice job, Eagle Eye. Of course I got a pit boy and a vault suit.
Pit-Boy.
So what?
He called it a Pit-Boy. P-I-T. Oh, Lord. Hello and welcome. How are you today, friend? I cannot see who's in my chat currently. I am looking at it on mobile. So, if you're there, hello. We are talking to this absolute cringe master. And probably about to sell him drugs. Because that's just what we're doing. That's just how it's poppin' today. Where'd you get the vault suit?
He gets
Where the
psycho.
fuck
We
you
get to
think?
watch him go out in the
Vault
blaze of
2-2.
glory.
Yep.
That's where I grew up.
Where is Vault 22 located?
I can't tell you that. I have a sworn vow of secrecy. Or something like that. To all the people I left behind.
Mm-hmm. You're lying. You have no idea where Vault 22 is.
Well, yeah, okay. You caught me. I may have been exaggerating a little. Truth is, I got the suit and the pit boy off a dead prospector who came up from Zion. Guy was dead when I found him, okay? Had a ton of shit on him. That's how I know there's good loot in Zion, see?
So, what do you use your Pip-Boy for?
Sorry. The shit I do with it is so far over your head, be wasting my time to put it in words you could understand. Basically, it makes me badass. More badass, honey.
Basically, it makes me
Only mind-blowing shit. It ain't
What a
just some
fucking
bracelet.
fucking
You know what I mean?
I mean, you know...
Jet says it's got maps and
Nah,
shit
they
like
don't
that.
make cringe masters like
So
that
that's
anymore.
how I'm gonna guide
No.
this caravan where it needs to go.
Jesus.
Not that I didn't know all that already.
It's almost like everybody in these games that has a working Pip-Boy is a badass, but this guy is just a dweeb. And also, did you notice that I also have a Pip-Boy? And that mine works?
Huh? Of course I noticed. First thing I noticed about you.
Uh-huh.
Me? I'm so used to wearing mine, it's just normal. Don't think you're someone special just because you got one.
Science 45, your Pip-Boy isn't working, the screen's locked up, and the reboot button is missing. Speech 50, I don't think your Pip-Boy works. I'd better go tell Jed. I think we're gonna go with the science option.
Science.
Bullshit! Ain't nothing wrong with my Pip Boy.
You
I
always
mean,
work.
Pip Boy. This is a sweet gig for me. Don't go fucking it up. What are you after anyways?
Carry some of my gear and I'll keep my mouth shut.
I travel light on purpose, okay? But fine, I'll tell Jen I'm carrying less so you can carry more.
How much psycho you got stashed away? If you run out, withdrawal's not pleasant.
God damn it! I didn't say nothing about using psycho. But, just talking hypno-theoretically here. Got any suggestions?
He's just making up words. Yeah, I've got some to sell, but it won't be cheap.
Alright.
Convenience cost, baby. So I don't have the full, like, 11 doses, but I can still get 150 out of him, which is a decent amount.
It's actually 10 doses of Psycho, 1 dose of Fixer.
Right. I don't really, at the point in the game I'm at, need the caps at the moment. But yeah, you can 10 doses of Psycho and a dose of Fixer, and I believe you can sell that all to him for like a combined amount of maybe 400-ish, something like caps.
That'll last me a while. Howdy.
Well, you're gonna die, Ricky Bobby.
Nah, Ricky Bobby.
Ricky Bobby, indeed. And we're saving just because I like to save right before DLC, just in case.
Are you here to join me? You? Well, all right then. Let's get moving. We got a long road ahead of us.
Mandalorian theme.
That's good.
It is a good one.
The paths we're following are slow going, so you might as well keep your ears open and listen to what old Jed has to say. A few decades back, folks in the NCR started to hear about a community in northern Utah called the New Canaan. Didn't know much about them, except that they were religious folks, sent out missionaries to talk to the tribes. We've seen our share of ghosts, but the New Canaan face like it. Do you stand?
Maybe it's Maybelline.
Maybe it would be
Joshua
that
Graham
way
did
then.
cross and finally found his way back home.
To be honest, for being the DLC that had the least amount of work put into it, I have to say it is still really cool and has some of the best like characterization and voice lines in like across the DLCs in terms of NPCs.
I know you're tired, but I need everyone's mind on the trail ahead.
Ain't the trail ahead worries me, Jed. Those descents we made through that slot canyon back up there. Ain't no way we're getting back out the way we come. And then what?
God damn it, Stella, heard you the first time. And the 15th, too. The new Canaanites will know a way. And if they don't, we've got the maps on our friend's pit boy over there. Enough lollygagging. Get moving. And keep an eye out for tribals.
Sorry to bother you with reality, old Jed. Who cares if we can't get back out the way we come? It's not a problem.
So, in case you've never, been here before, done this, seen what
Love that gun, by
happens.
the way.
Oh yeah, that gun is one of the best ones in the game. The THAT space GUN that
You know, it's
gun.
funny, I forgot that was in the game.
Yeah. Yeah, so
Wait.
the entire caravan is scripted to die.
That is. Are you sure you don't have any mods on?
I have some on, but it has nothing to do with my guns. It's literally just graphical overhauls.
I think that combat music, the do. Did you hear that?
Mm-mm.
Next time you get into a
An engagement.
engagement, listen to that. I swear to God, that's Resident Evil 4. I shit you not.
Maybe. Oh, you're down here. There. Oh, he
It
still
wasn't
dropped.
playing there, but it was playing. I swear, I heard it.
I don't know. I've played this game for so long and for so many years. He did literally all of the jet that we gave him on the way down here. Taking everything you fucking own. And if I could melee you, I would. Yeah, so honestly, the reason that I don't mind coming out here with the absolute bare minimum in my inventory, if I can help it, or if I remember to go dump everything that I own, is because there is quite a lot in this DLC that you will probably want to bring back. A fair amount of it is looted material, like what I'm grabbing now. But then there's just stuff that you find in, like, caches, like duffel bag things like these guys back here that I still need to grab, that I should have grabbed before I headed all that way down the hill. Because it has ammunition and empty syringes, Rad-X, some useless crap. Basically, I think I probably spec'd into survival on this character because I have never really personally used it that much in my playthroughs in the past, if at all. And so I'm gonna probably try and craft some stuff. I think I have some stuff that I could probably craft with.
Shoots?
Yes.
What's your tag skills on that tune?
That is a great question. Let's take a look at
Because
that.
you know I'm doing lefty two sides to gunslinger.
Yes.
What are you rocking?
Lockpick, melee. Or not melee. I had lockpick, guns, and I think speech are my tag. Yep. Lockpick, guns, speech. Oh, that's just a shriveled banana yucca. Yucca. Banana yucca.
Banana.
Banana.
Yucca.
Yucca. We've been doing this all fucking weekend.
It's a brainworm.
It is
Just
yucca.
a banana.
Banana.
Yucca.
Yucca. So that's a white leg up there shooting at us, as you can see. We're pretty low health. And then that is a friendly, you'll see very shortly. So, something interesting I learned is that people have actually shot this guy by mistake.
You're some kind of lucky, let me tell you.
I accidentally brained a fucking friendly earlier and like shot him right in the head with the 357 and he survived.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Oh,
Whatever
yeah.
I could
Yep.
have failed the main quest right there.
Yep.
Oh, God.
Yeah, so something I learned about this very first encounter you have with Follows Chalk is, like I was saying, when this game first was released, a lot of people saw that white leg shooting at them and then Follows Chalk come up behind the white leg with the tomahawk and assumed he was just another white leg and killed him and then failed the main quest for the DLC, which sends you directly into a quest line called Chaos in Zion or something like that.
Yes.
And I think that just means that you're basically killing everybody. So a lot of people just thought that that's what you were supposed to do, and I can't say I blame them, but also I played this game and DLC the first time with, like, no internet, no walkthrough book, no help. Nobody besides, like, maybe my dad around to ask questions, and I don't even think that he finished New Vegas. I think he only played parts of it. But he was a fan of Fallout and had played Fallout 3 numerous times, all the way through. So, he understood, like, the engine and the things that you're kind of supposed to do. But, that being said, I was never under the impression that this guy was a white leg. And so, I never saw him, honestly. I could have completely walked past him and then he just engages you in conversation eventually.
Joshua Graham. He leads our tribe. Thanks to him, the dead horses are strong and safe from our enemies. He'll want to talk to anyone coming up from Southways. Guess that means just you now. Come, I can take you to him.
Alright, let's go.
Outsists. We head east then. Joshua is at our tribe's camp in the Eastern Virgin.
Follows Chalk is giving you the well-stacked Cairns perk. While Follows Chalk is in your party, reaching any summit in Zion, such as ranger stations, will reveal all nearby map markers and inspire a heightened state of awareness, giving you +3 in perception for 3 whole minutes. It's okay. There's not a lot of markers in this map for you to grab, but if you're going to do exploring, the idea is generally that you should probably do it during the segment that you have Follows Chalk as a companion. Which is something I should have mentioned to you earlier, hun, but I kind of spaced it. Because just the fact that, like, Follows Chalk's perk lends itself to exploration, and so you should do the majority of your exploring while you have him in your party.
Yeah, I kind of didn't do that.
It's okay.
Discovering spots.
It's not, like, super important, but it's like, if you go to ranger stations and other peak areas on the map, like height peaks,
where I'm at,
maybe?
for instance.
I think that would count, yeah. But, yeah. Yes. So, like, if you took him up there with you, you'd discover, like, the, location spots immediately around you, I think.
Right.
Which is pretty useful, but I don't know how useful exactly, so maybe we'll find out. Maybe we'll do some exploring while we have Follows Chalk in our party. And I just whipped my gun out for no reason because I...
Whip that thing out.
That
and jingle, jangle,
Jingle jangle. Yeah, I got the achievement jury rigger. Just repair some stuff to get it out of my inventory.
Inventory easy.
Yep. To make a little bit of room. There we go. Freed up like 19-ish pounds worth of stuff.
Okay.
So, and gain some XP.
See that log over there?
It's maze.
Take a
Oh,
closer
where's
look.
mine?
It's always maze. It's just maze. It's amazing. It's always just maze.
We followed this path for a while. Nice view of the river.
And there is a scripted
Freeze.
up there. Very missable also. Just like follows Chalk, honestly. Not saying that he's a boring companion. I would argue he's actually one of the more interesting ones that you get in a DLC.
Guess that one was all full of gecko, eh? Don't get used to it though. The outlier plenty mean as a rule.
Yes. However, we're gonna kill probably most of the Yagwai on this map. We will extinctify them. We're also grabbing Banana Yucca for a very specific reason, and it's not for crafting. We need it to rescue a baby bighorner once we get to camp. Which I've actually...
Path north here if you want, or head east over the ridge. There's a nice view from the top of that cliff. If you want to look.
Thank you for interrupting me. I've actually only completed that quest with the baby bighorner once, and that was this weekend helping Jaden do that because we were trying to figure out how to do it without Follows Chalk braining the bighorners, even though he's the one that tells you, hey, you probably shouldn't brain the
You gotta tell him
bighorners.
about the reload we had to do because he's like, yeah, please don't brain any bighorners because they'll drive them away.
Yeah.
And then fucking verbatim brains of bighorners.
As soon as we climb the
Shoots
ridge,
son of a bitch dead. I mean, blows its head off. It's dead.
we saw that thing bloody mess explode because Follows Chalk, the one who gives you the quest, who tells you, hey, don't brain these.
I've never had a bigger bro moment in this game.
I know, it's so ridiculous. So once we go to camp, which we'll get there eventually. Oh, it's dogs. Once we get to camp, I will be doing that quest real quick because it probably shouldn't take more than a couple of minutes even.
And Lily Bell.
Oh, Lily Bell. Oh! Oh, okay. Nice Vats freeze. Ah, excuse me, I was just trying to loot a body.
Oh no.
Yeah. Mantis Gauntlet's not bad. But now I'm over encumbered.
It's definitely
That's
more
bad.
expensive sellable over the two.
Yeah. Plus, as a melee weapon, it gives you bonus critical chance, but anything that you take with you into Dead Money gets taken away from you. That's another DLC that you want to basically go in with nothing on you. Simply for the fact that you're not going to have that shit on you
Why
anyway.
would you kill the bighorner? What's wrong with you?
God damn it! Did she do
just
it?
killed the bighorner.
Well, I think once you complete the quest, it doesn't count against you.
Well, still, I just, try to be a good person.
Right, it's still incredibly
And now
upsetting
this
after all that
bighorner
effort.
calf is motherless.
Yeah.
Explain that to the bighorner calf.
Explain that to the rest of the bighorners, too.
Yeah. 'Cause I ain't doing it.
Well, let's just eat raw Night Stalker tail real quick. Maybe some prickly pear fruit.
Gotta be the prickly pear fruit.
Prickly pear fruit. I hope that we take the skin off, the prickly part.
Oh, never.
Oh no, we just eat it with the rind on.
We eat around it.
Okay. That's got like 5 points out of my, 5 points of weight off my inventory. And it heals us too. So we gain a little bit of health from some of that. My dude. Who's shoe sting? Who? You are doing the shoe sting.
Who is the shoe sting?
You.
Use is the shoestings.
Use is the shoestings. I will be shoesting you in return.
Shoestings. It's shoestings.
My aim on PC sucks, but that's... Also, I am using a gamepad, so it's probably no better than it normally is on console. Yes. We're just gonna drop the dirty water because we don't need it. We don't need it! It's maze. Get our HP back. Yes. That young HPZ. Yeah, that's not worth that much. I can sell it. Well, or maybe it's not even worth selling or drop it. I meant drop. It's not worth enough to sell, so I'm gonna drop it. The riot shotgun, on the other hand, is at least usable. At least they let you keep your ammunition instead of having to drop that, like some of that off too, because ammo does not have weight. Which, you know, I don't think is precisely accurate, but I didn't make the rules, Bethesda did. That's a big horner. Oh, that's Yaguai. Yaguai cub. Now, can we not kill the big horner? Oh, that thing exploded. Oh, yet another Yaguai cub. Oh, folded. So what we're gonna do is come all the way down here to the road. And although these guys are adorable, we also have to brain them because they're dangerous. And if we don't, they'll eat our toes off. And then we die. Because it's Zion, and without toes, you die. Nice. Whoops, did not mean to do that. Oh, that's right. So because we don't want him to brain this bighorner, because for now, we don't want to be killing any bighorners, we're gonna kindly tell him to wait a fucking minute. So I can go look over here and see what's up. Because I don't personally care if this thing aggroes on me, because I'm gonna be going up to that station thing. Excuse me, who is shoesting? Oh, he's shoesting. He's fine. I think he's marked essential, so he can only go unconscious anyways. We're just gonna keep running. Ranger substation. Oh, even though he's down at the base of the hill, his perk still went off. That's great. So I can actually show you guys what happens when his perk goes off. So basically, since his perk went off, it discovered Ant Burrow, the campground, and the Eastern Virgin for us. So I believe that through the Eastern Virgin is where we're going to be going to get to camp. We're just up here at Ranger Substation Perigene. Or Peregrine, I don't know. Don't quote me on that. Oh. Clarence. Please. Get off of me. I think I'm over encumbered is what the problem is. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Yeah, by like 3 pounds. We're good. We're good. We're good. Everything's fine. You can't follow me upstairs. You're too dumb. Stupid little bighorner. If this thing can get up here, I will be surprised. Very, very surprised. Pork and beans. Oh, that's so many. Oh, that's a tin can. I was gonna say, that's a lot of pork and beans. Bent tin can. Ammunition boxes made easy. 45 auto. Seems legit. Just up here in a ranger station. Park ranger hat. Earnings clipboard. Gun case. See, why wasn't the 45 auto in here? Well, there's another 45 auto, but I'm like, excuse me. I must know.
It's like the primary weapon of the...
Yeah, I know, but just the positions of the items inside of this particular location is strange, because there's an ammo box underneath, like, the breakfast table.
Oh yeah, it's Fallout, baby.
Yeah, I know. But sometimes they're planned better than that.
Like, the only way I can... The only thing I can be telling you.
Well, I got 2 45s.
You got these spurs that jingle jingle jingle.
Yes, we sure do have them spurs that jingle, jangle, jingle. I'm like 12 pounds over. Time for buff out. Yeah, time for buff out. We're gonna just have to book it to camp. That way I can go sell the things I have unimpeded. I have a feeling this bighorner is gonna chase. Oh, are you not gonna chase me all the way down? Because if you leave me alone, then my companion will not be forced to brain you. He sure seems to want to, though. Please. No. Thank you. Don't. Please don't. No! Man! Okay, well, since the quest's not active, I really hope that does not count against me. Because Follows Chalk literally just fucking did the thing. No. Even if they're already aggroed, just because the bulls naturally already are. Follows Chalk, I'm disappointed in you.
Down this path to the north. You don't mind getting wet?
No, it's time to bring you, Chuck.
This is why nobody takes you anywhere.
Dead horses' victories against other tribes. Lots more of them since Joshua came. Nearly there now. Watch out for traps in the water. Got to keep the white legs out somehow.
We're gonna take a sip of some water for no reason while trying to disarm a bear trap. Because here's the thing. The white legs don't get caught in the bear traps. Fucking Follows Chalk always does. So I just deactivate these because I don't want to hear it. Also, one of the only places in Fallout where you will see a normal, unmutated, live fish. And also clean, unirradiated water. Which... don't know how this place exactly managed to, like, become so clean or avoid becoming as irradiated as everywhere else. Ow. You know, I say the only one that steps in those traps is him, and then I step in one of the fucking traps. But that's just my luck, isn't it? Back here, I think, is a cave. Yep. Fallen Rock Cave. Which we'll come check out in a minute.
Here we are. Joshua's just ahead there. The angel
And we're just gonna make a beeline straight to Joshua. Also, I have the Wild Wasteland perk, or trait, so here's two bears high-fiving.
Gotta love it.
Yes, if you know, you know.
Oi. Auslander Zuka Joshua Graham?
Am I looking for Joshua? Yes, I am. Can you tell me where he is?
You know our tongue. Smart, Auslander. Joshua in high place of cave. You show respect, Utman. Joshua is greatest warrior. You show him no respect. He show you thunder and fire.
I'll be on my best behavior then.
You wise for Auslander.
And you're giving me an unnecessary amount of shit right now. If I wanted you dead, I'd have my gun out. You'll be dead.
We should have given you a better welcome on your first visit to Zion. But from what I hear, the Whitelegs beat us to it. Whitelegs seem to be the only visitors we have these days. And I wouldn't have expected anyone from the Mojave to come looking for us. And you're a courier, no less. Not the one I was expecting, but I suppose he wouldn't have come with a caravan. I don't know if you were close to the other members of your group, but you have my sympathy. I pray for the safety of all good people who come to Zion, even Gentiles. But we can't expect God to do all the work.
It's literally one of the best lines in the game. And I find myself quoting it fairly regularly. Yeah. Can't expect God to do all the work. Which is just also extremely funny to quote, like, playing any kind of faith build in any game. Not even just Souls games. How do you know so much about what happened already?
The dead horses are capable scouts. Nothing passes into or out of Zion without my hearing of it.
I came here to make contact with the new Canaanites.
Happy trails. I remember. They were good friends. I have bad news for your employers. New Canaan was destroyed, its citizens scattered. All because of the Whitelegs. And Caesar, of course.
Of course.
The Whitelegs want to join the Legion. Caesar's rite of passage is the destruction of the New Canaanites. Almost assuredly because of me. The good news is that we can help you find your way back. Daniel, and the other New Canaanites, has made many maps of the region.
Convenient.
The bad news is that we can't help you right now. Not with everything that's going on.
Less convenient. I may as well offer help. What can I do?
You're a good neighbor to us. We all go through periods of darkness. In such times we can turn to the Lord. But it's good to have friends. Daniel and I need pre-war tools to help us navigate beyond Zion. Should we need to evacuate, these instruments will be vital to us. Normally, we would have some of the dead horses or sorrows look for them. But many pre-war buildings in the valley are taboo. They won't go inside.
I will see what I can do.
Thank you. Follow Chalk can help you find your way around the valley. He's inexperienced, but he knows enough of our language to ignore the taboos about pre-war buildings.
So, just so that I don't have to sit through that, like, 4 boxes of dialogues worth of Joshua talking. Although, it is fun to listen to Joshua talk. I would like to actually play the game. The taboo thing has to do with, like, these tribal folk are scared of certain pre-war buildings because they believe that they're haunted, basically. or just generally not very cash money to hang around.
As the kids would say.
Yeah, as the kids would say.
It's not the hip joint.
Yeah, so,
It ain't cool.
yeah. So we're gonna talk to him.
What can I tell you?
Actually, we're not gonna talk to him real quick. We're gonna wait for the... Ah, I forgot to sell my stuff. Damn it. Shit. Maybe I could craft some things. Actually, I have to pee, so I will be right back. Ugh. And then we're gonna try and figure out how to make space in our inventory.
Rolling without planning. Where would you be?
Why do you carry all those bottle caps anyway? They jangle like crazy.
Can I grab you anything before I sit back down? Yeah, no problem.
Okay.
Yep.
You want to do this?
Ugh. And back. Nobody missed much. Oh yeah, we can make homebrewed sunset sarsaparilla. The recipe is literally bottle cap, empty sarsaparilla bottle, Nevada agave. Hold on. It won't let me scroll down. Oh, here we go. Oh, that's it. Just Nevada fruit, Nevada agave fruit, and xander root. Well, that's fairly simple. But it does not open space in our inventory. I'll just drop the gauntlet. That almost frees up enough space. Tell me why a butter knife weighs a pound.
Goofy.
Butter. But yeah. Oh, I have some deathclaw eggs I could sell. I took the platinum chip all the way out to Zion with me. Well, that's some things out of my inventory. Here, guys, have a couple of, have a clothes iron, a mantis gauntlet, and a bunch of cans. Empty cans, by the way. Nothing in them, just cans. So he's gonna. Well, actually, we do need to talk to him first, because I was gonna say he's just gonna stand here while we go do this real quick.
What can I tell you? My guess is one of the calves got lost somewhere along the way. Bighorners are communal. One missing calf, and the whole herd gets ornery. If that calf doesn't turn up soon, they might very well come down into the valley and attack the camp.
Maybe I can help with that.
Yeah? Hey, thanks. Most of the hunters don't listen when I tell them the problem. Just one thing. Try not to kill any bighorners if you can, yeah? You'll drive the herd off and we'll have to range farther on our hunts. You might try luring the baby out with some banana yucca. These bighorners go crazy for the stuff.
Alright. Yucca. I'll look into it.
That's great.
It's funny, he says I'll help any way I can, and then literally on Jaden's file, we had to, like we said, reload because he immediately, as soon as we it's this way. As soon as we come up the cliff, first fucking bighorner that is aggro, which is, like I said earlier, the bulls are normally aggro anyway. He just brains it, and then we fucking fail.
Yes.
Yeah, right? So, like I said, mind you, never done this quest before this point, usually just ignore it. I guess the reward you get out of it is some items that are up here maybe, which is mostly just the Xander root and stuff, and some XP and the satisfaction that you bring a baby bighorner back to its mama. That's
XP.
Yeah, XP. I said XP. And like I said, the satisfaction that you bring a baby bighorner back to its mama. That's all I got. So you can't come up that, but that's a good way to bring the baby bighorner down, is that this rock right here. 'Cause I don't know if they will, but I feel like these red dot aggro bighorners would probably try and harm the baby. Like, just based on Fallout's AI and not even the fact that, like, oh yeah, it's a bighorner, but they're from the same herd, so why would they attack it? Bro, I don't know. It's New Vegas. Here's the baby, though. You have found the lost mountain bighorner calf. It looks hungry. Feed it a banana yucca fruit. Feed it a banana yucca fruit. And then he clips out of existence. Back to right there. Alright, little guy, let's go. So, basically, to make sure that, like, he doesn't get distracted and stop, or, like, gets hungry again and stop, just kind of backpedaling and watching the baby. Good thing they moved over there. That actually makes my life a lot easier. He's still right there, though. Oh, baby got distracted. Feed it to Banana Yucca. Come on, little guy. Come on. I'm right here. Bruh. We don't do that. Okay. Are you coming? Okay. We're good. And then we just slide down this. To which he will follow. Don't you even... Oh, he got distracted again. Darn you, your attention span is shorter than mine. Come on, buddy. Oop, Do not fall off of the edge. I cannot save you from down there.
You cannot save you from the knives.
Yeah. I can't save the baby bighorner from fall damage, unfortunately. That would have to be a reload I do not have time for. So I guess you could keep the calf or return the calf. I'm returning the calf. As you should. It belongs with its momther. And then, presumably, you just never hear of this again. Like, after you talk to Follows Chalk about it, you just never, they don't bother these guys. But then here's the reason that I had, not ever tried to go out of my way and do this before, even though this is actually a pretty simple quest. One, could not fucking figure out where this baby bighorner was. I would look all over the map to try and figure out how to get to this thing, and could find no way. So, as Jaden and I were playing the other day, I was, rinky-dinking around on his character, minding my own business, and I started to go up the ridge. And then I saw, those stone bridges, and was like, well, I've never gone over here. So, lo and behold, of course, the one place I had not gone was the one place where the baby bighorner would be. Because that's just how it works.
There can't really... Right?
So, we're gonna grab him again. I think maybe there's a person that we can sell things to in here, inside of the angel cave.
Yeah. Joshua's your only vendor.
Oh, okay.
Daniel's back here.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. In which case, Joshua! Fuck! He's not here! He's probably outside. Oh, that was a pot. I thought it was a Xander root. Cave fungus. More cave fungus. Oh, it's painted skulls. I thought it was a pile of Nuka-Cola bottles. Rip. Sometimes he'll be out here sleeping on the sleeping bags. Oh well. Not seeing him. And I don't feel like looking, and I'll encounter him by a story in a bit here anyways, so we could just kind of piss off and go do it whatever.
The Eastern Virgin. What's the phrase? House, sweet house.
House, sweet house. That's funny. Something like that, buddy. It goes a little something like that. So, we're gonna find a bunch of these caves. And within a bunch of these caves are usually traps. If they're not already occupied by white legs, they were at one time occupied by a guy that lived in this canyon. However, disabling his traps, if you find them before they hurt you, being the key, you can get a fair amount of XP from doing so. Which, yeah, 6 points a pop at the level that I'm at is not a lot. Oh, that's what I mean. That right there. Oop. Another one. Apparently another exit into the Eastern Virgin. Ooh! Oh, ouchie. That was my whole body. That must have been a bouquet. And I just completely missed it. Well, this is why we have doctor's bags. And also stim packs. We're fine! Follows Chalk is like, help me!
I cannot
Good as
feel my
new.
legs.
Good.
I'm
Just
very
what the
badly
medicine
burned.
man.
He said some just what the medicine man ordered. And it's like, yeah, I guess. If he ordered stim packs. Which, if you had access to stim packs, why wouldn't you? Oh, there's another one. I don't like to play with mines, TBH. In my Fallout games, I like to pick them up and sell them usually. That is if I don't walk over them first. Hello. Yep, just streaming.
Way I heard it, salt upon wounds butchered everyone.
Yep.
And nailed their corpses to the cliffs.
We have lights. I can't mute right now. Honey, you're walking into a wall. It's all good. I just thought you'd like to know.
Of course Daniel's not here. He's never in here.
Tell me about it. I'm looking for...
Never.
I'm waiting for Joshua to show back up out of the ether. When really what I'm gonna have to do is probably just keep going on the main quest. Oh, excuse me. Until I run into him eventually, and then can sell my stuff. I have no idea what's down here that's hostile. Nothing at the moment, it seems. Ah, a bloatfly. You see so few of these in New Vegas as compared to 3, where I feel like they are just friggin' everywhere. You ever notice that? Like, playing Fallout 3, that bloatflies are just all over the friggin' place, but then you don't barely see them in New Vegas?
I haven't played Fallout 3 enough. I've only done a playthrough as where I've had multiple playthroughs of Fallout New Vegas.
Oh, okay. Well, that's something to keep in mind then for when you play through 3 again.
Yeah.
Because I noticed you hardly see any in New Vegas, but I feel like they're just everywhere in 3. Try and discover some locations. Pretty sure this is someplace that we come later, but I'm not 100% sure. No, this is not the place that I was thinking it was. There we go. Oh, gross. I didn't know they spit. Yikes. Oh, it was behind me. Well, that suddenly makes more sense. Moving on. Oh, I'm poisoned. Oh, no, there's a white leg.
I sided with Joshua.
You sided with Joshua? You don't believe they should have to leave their home?
Nope.
Understandable. Can I please get into my inventory so that I can heal? Thank you. Oh, and that doesn't even matter because she is just going burr. Alright. We should be good. You hardly get any stim packs in this DLC. I think you hardly get any stim packs in the other DLC too, so it's one of those, you should probably just always have stim packs on you, and it was my fault by not bringing enough in. But we have food though, so we're just gonna irradiate the hell out of ourselves to heal. Yeah, I think that of all the DLC, even though this one is technically the least developed, I think that it's probably one of the prettier ones. Probably because there's just so much nature to actually appreciate here that does not differ extremely from its real-world counterpart. Because Zion, for all intents and purposes, is pretty close to, what a real-life canyon should be. Granted, I don't know if it would be in this state after, like, a nuclear apocalypse, but I also don't want to find out.
Very true.
That
being enough when we can.
Yeah, that being the key. Ooh, a hidey hole. Oh, this is where we came from. I see. Yep, this is where we found Follows Chalk. Okay. Wow, never actually backtracked that far before.
So I finally get to explore all those taboo places without the other scouts yelling at me? Can't wait.
No, now I get to yell at you. Don't touch that. Don't put that in your mouth, etc., etc. That's a 200-year-old box of dried mashed potatoes.
Stop it. Don't touch that box.
Stop. Don't touch that box. Don't open that drawer.
Pretty much.
Yes. Oh, it's a bark scorpion. It was a bark scorpion. Grab this deterrent. Who the? Oh. I see. Nice. Actually, I do want that. And then what we're gonna do is go to repair. Whoops, accidentally dropped it. Alright, hopefully that'll recover a decent amount of health. Probably not, though, knowing how little health items actually heal you for. We don't need a sensor module. This guy got fucking rattled in the back of this truck, I bet you. There's just a toolbox, a dead body / desiccated skeleton, and he was holding a wrench.
Almost half the whole food.
He did caught the whole wheat.
The whole food.
Yep. He experienced Jared Bush as it was in the atmosphere. Yep, the atmosphere. He really was lost, indeed.
Lots of giant ants around here. We call them picnic killers.
Picnic killers. Oh, you thought you snuck up on me. But I saw you. Oh god, no. Not the shish kebab. Thank you, Follow Shock. Oh, it was the ant that killed it. Okay. Definitely want the shish kebab no matter what. No ifs, ands, or asses about that one. Cool. Now we can fit that in our inventory and still move. one of...
been nice. When Zion was friendly enough, folks could camp wherever they pleased. Not worried about whitelands and deadly critters.
Yeah, this is one of many campsites that you'll find in Zion. And the loot that's in them is not typically amazing, but it's got beds. Some suitcases, usually with random pre-war crap in them. Which is mostly what I'm checking for. It's nothing that I want, though. The biggest thing that would be useful for is, like, sleeping till daytime. Or even just sleeping for, like, an hour to fix broken limbs and restore health.
I'm trying to see if you can make your own alcohol.
That I don't know. Goodbye, Gecko. Been sent to the Shadow Realm. Nice. You know what? I think that what I will do is... Oh, I did need to go back down there. Can I get away with fast traveling, or are there dogs nearby? There are dogs nearby. Thought I heard barking.
Yeah, I think
You can, okay.
I'm gonna start collecting empty whiskey bottles is what I usually do.
I don't even know how I got down here. But now we're here. Well, there's nothing of note. Huh. It's a bighorner. Well, I guess keep in mind that if you fall in the river, you're gonna have to walk a long way to climb out of it. But it do just be like that sometimes, now don't it? Oh, it's a giant Yagwai. Wonderful. Did that thing just die and then freeze in position? It sure did. Oh my lord, follows Chalk, walk in front of my bullets again and you'll get brained. And that's not even a threat. Yet. That is just scary how that thing is positioned. Oh, and then there's another one. Excuse me
This
while...
dude has a 12.7 millimeter pistol.
That doesn't sound real. I will say a 12.7 millimeter does not sound like a real... Does not sound like a real gun to me. Chat, tell me if a 12.7 millimeter actually exists.
Your boy ain't biting.
Yeah, neither of us are biting on that. That does not sound real. I don't think I ever actually found this. Burial mounds. Oh. Can we dig up any of these? Well, you know me. I have a compulsion to dig up graves. What can I say? If it looks like it has goodies in it, I must have the goodies inside. It does not look like there are goodies inside any of these, though, so I will leave these graves undisturbed.
The spitter plants in the green monster memory.
Well, you see, son, the spitting plants and plant men came from Big Mountain. Even though Boros will tell you that, like, those fucking things... Oh, it's a friendly dog! The brains will tell you that they had nothing to do with any of those things getting released into the fucking wasteland at large. Also, yes. Yes, I did have to do that. Part of a balanced breakfast, you see?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. We just shoot and eat raw coyotes.
Everyone's kind of fucked up.
Just a little bit. Oh. Oh, the dog and a giant mantis are fighting. That's pretty cool.
Don't see that too often.
No. Ah, Follows Chalk interfered. Man. We could have seen a fucking dog and a mantis fight, but no, you had to get involved. See, this is why nobody likes hanging out with you. Follows Chalk. I was trying to say that you were interesting and shit, but nah. You've lost my respect.
It's too late to apologize.
It's too late. It's too late. So, alright. Here it is. Broken compass. The compass is broken but can be restored to a fully functioning state with a repair of 30 or greater. Repair compass, repair with parts, take the broken compass with you. Let's try and repair it. And I successfully repaired it because my repair is high enough. And this is why we bump our repair. One single bottle cap. Oh wow, they actually sized that skeleton down to make it look like a kid. They don't do that too often. Cool. Brain a gecko, why don't we? I have no idea what Follows Chalk is shooting at, but I guess we're about to see. If I can get up this ridge, maybe? Oh, it could have something to do with this swarm of geckos that's up here. Yeah. Oh, wow, look at that guy up there. All majestic. Trying to come at my life. Majestic, but not majestic enough. Yeah, they put a surprising amount of grappables up in this area that feels like you shouldn't be able to get up here, but you are. Oh yeah, I am about to get bullied off of the side of a mountain. Leave me alone. Damn mantis. This gun slaps, just saying. If you've never found that gun, I believe you actually get it from, like, what, the Dinky the Dinosaur shop guy? Or, like, somewhere around that vicinity. Yes, I know I'm injured. Well, I still do not have any clue where Follows Chalk is. Yeah, that fucker went off and did his own thing. I think what we're gonna do is head back to camp and then probably save up for the day, because I do actually have to go to work at noon. Mm-hmm. Who knows, maybe if Joshua's, like, somewhere in this camp, not hiding, I can actually sell some shit. Oh, here he is.
What else would you like to hide?
Welcome back.
Yes.
What can I do for you?
Do you have anything to trade?
We do.
Alrighty. Whoa, the riot shotgun's worth a lot. It's worth like $2,075.
Hunting shotgun is worth a lot even. Fucking having like a riot shotgun.
That's fair.
Hold on, let me find it. hunting shotgun hunting, like I'm like maybe less than maybe 15, like 12% condition gone, and it's still 3151.
Oh my
for
goodness.
value. Dude, the fucking hunting shotgun's so good.
This is a very valuable hunting shotgun.
Yes. I've been literally wiping out anybody who has a hunting shotgun and repairing it since the DLC started.
That's fair. That's what I've been doing with the riot shotgun.
Yep, I've been doing the same thing with several guns on this one actually. I've been doing it with the hunting revolver, the 45 government bag.
Uh-huh.
Did you close up stream?
No, actually I haven't yet, but I'm just
Okay.
I'm just shopping right now anyway, so we can chat.
Gotcha. I was just wondering, I didn't know if you had yet or not, but yeah, the 45 government 6-shooter. I've been doing it with the trail carbine.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm starting to pick up these 12.7 millimeter pistol, whatever the fuck that is. I would love to know.
Yeah, I would also very much like to know what the 12.7 millimeter is. We're gonna have to, like, YouTube that later, because I want to know if that's a real thing or if Fallout made that up. Todd Howard, you did it again. You made up a gun.
Of course you did.
You sly bastard. You can take that.
And this and like that, and that, and like this. And like that.
You good?
Yep.
Got so much shit, my dude. Alright. And even with having bought him out for every bit of ammunition that he is worth, I still have like 4,000 caps left over.
And now I have a hunting revolver that's worth 34,900 or 3,497 caps
Holy.
because it's fully restored.
Very cool. Alrighty. Thank you for everybody that has come to see our stream.
Thank you guys.
I have not been able to look at the chat or anything really, just because of the nature of my setup. I don't have 2 monitors at the moment, sadly. But yes, like, comment, subscribe, follow. All of my socials are in my bios, etc. With that, I think we are closing up for the day.